Daddy D. If it ain't going down at the Bunny Ranch, it ain't going down at all.
It's going down at the Bunny Ranch. Going down.
Welcome back to the BunnyRanch podcast. I'm James. I'm your host. And this week, I'm joined again by the LoveRanch ladies. Who do we got?
Hi, my name is JadeMonroe.
And hi, I'm CumishaAmado.
Well, they were telling me some really interesting, funny things, funny stories, and some intimate, sexual, deep sensation stories. So let's just jump right into it. Jade, how long have you been at LoveRanch?
Well, both LoveRanch is 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you came from LoveRanch South, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cumisha, you just got to LoveRanch from Kit Kat, though.
3 months.
Yep, and you've been a Kit Kat. How long were you a Kit Kat?
3 years.
All right. So you got some good experience here.
Yeah.
Definitely seen some really funny, great experiences and some really sexual, intimate experiences, right?
Yes.
So, Jade, what comes to mind when you're thinking of your intimate, great stories here?
Well, I like, for me, intimacy is about cuddling and like talking to the person, getting to really know them.
Mm-hmm.
So I do enjoy parties more. I prefer parties like that, you know, where you get to know each other. I mean,
Well, like, did you have any like that recently at all?
I have.
Okay. Like, well, now you laugh, so now I really got to know this story.
Well, I like the guys with senses of humors and
So,
humor.
like, what happened?
And,
Like, tell us one.
well,
You don't have to tell us who it is, 'cause obviously that's part of our company's privacy. But like, what exactly, like, what happened? Like, what made it that you is so memorable about that?
Well, he was just funny. Like the jokes just kept flowing. He was very sarcastic, but in a funny way. And then I had the other spectrum before that. He was more goofy.
Okay.
He was just a little goof troop, and like he was adorable though. He was absolutely adorable, and I loved it because for me, a sense of humor is like very attractive because not a lot of people have a very good sense of humor anymore.
So would you both say that like someone who's more sensual and like more romantic and more fun like that would actually be better than something just like a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of party where they're in and out kind of a thing?
I agree.
Yeah.
Because then you get to know the person more intimately.
Uh-huh.
And then you have like a growing friendship for the next time, for each time that person comes.
Yeah.
You get to know them better, and then you know, especially if you've seen them throughout the years, like 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, you have that special growing relationship that no other person has because you guys have a connection.
Now, do you both have a lot of clients that you've seen for the amount of years, right? A few different ones that always come back to you, obviously.
Right.
So, perfect. Yeah, that means you built that connection. They have that connection with you.
Yeah.
So,
And trust.
yeah.
Trust. You
It's
know,
true.
a lot of times when the guys come in for the first time, they're real nervous. They don't know what to expect. And so then you have to, you know, reassure them that things will be okay once, you know, you get to know each other. And then after that, it's like a piece of cake.
I try to cut the tension as much as possible to make it more intimate. So, like, when somebody shows me their vulnerability, I'm able to, you know, take my kind of, like, fences down just a little bit to show them, you know. I actually really like that about them because a lot of people feel like, you know, unsure or self-conscious, and my goal is to make you feel more confident about yourself.
Yeah, when you walk in, you want to be comfortable and, you know.
Well, you get a lot of guys who are like, you know, you'll tell them they're cute and they'll be like, well, no, I'm not, or you must be looking at someone else. And it's that self-conscious and, you know, it comes from, you know, daily life and, you know, maybe the relationship that they're in, they don't get that confidence boost. So I do like to give my clients confidence, you know, in themselves. Yeah. And that's one of my main goals when I do is the intimacy and the confidence that they build.
Okay.
Because a lot of clients, they come to the, you know, to the ranches because they're missing that in their relationship, or in their life. And so some of them, like the virgins, they don't know. Sometimes they're insecure about approaching a woman. So, coming to the ranches and learning about their sexuality and teaching them, the wrong, right things, and let them know that not all women are the same. You just have to find out, what that woman, what that person is all about. Because what one female likes and the other one might not like that,
True.
Yeah.
So, you have to communicate. A lot of times there's no communication sometimes with some of the guys. They're too shy to talk about it. So you have to pull it out of them. So I try to make them feel comfortable, try to teach them, some techniques and stuff to make them, feel secure about themselves, about their own sexuality, and then maybe get them ready for their next girlfriend or their next relationship. Because a lot of times, they're afraid. They're afraid. Like,
Okay.
Because I know I have a client who's older, in his 70s, and for him, he's very adamant about the fact that he's never wanted a woman because, he felt he was too small, he was too this, too that, and it's just like a list of insecurities, and I'm like, you're perfect. You need to stop all of that. You're doing too much.
and it's not all about size. It's not.
Oh, not even just about size. He's just a little man.
No, it's not.
Well, since you brought that up, then Cumisha, let's explain. What you say it's not all about
It's not-
size.
okay.
Explain that. Then.
Okay, it's not all about size. A lot of times it's more about, personality, how to, be intimate and sensual, with that other person. It's not all about, having sex. It's the companionship.
Friendship.
It's the companionship, the friendship that's beginning to blossom like a like a caterpillar being in the cocoon and then turning into a butterfly.
No sexual innuendo there about a caterpillar in a cocoon, right?
I know, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, a lot of times, sometimes, they're scared. They're scared to do something different, Sometimes, you have to get them out of. So what do you want to experience? Do you want to experience pegging? Something.
Well, let's ask this then. Does size really matter, though? I mean, because you say that, all about the size.
No, because you know what? He can do other things, with his, what?
You can say it. It's a podcast. You're fine.
Okay. Well, he can do other things with his penis. I mean, he can rub it around the clit. Kind of rub it in a little bit more.
I mean, if you have that mental connection, though, it's more of a mental
Combine it with his
stimulation.
fingers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, yeah,
and,
'cause if
and maybe use a toy along with it. Can do other things.
That's always fun. And there's a lot of fun different toys. Now they have toys that you can have a
there's
Bluetooth remote.
Yeah, there's
and you
one
can control
called,
it.
There's one called the Wii Vibe. Let me tell you about that. That one, you all you have to do is download, your Bluetooth connection with each other, and he can be all the way over New York, and you can be over here in San Francisco or whatever, and then you call him up. Oh, sweetheart, are you horny now? Turn on your, let's go for it.
That would be
Cumisha has an
interesting
experience.
to watch, though.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to watch, like
that'd
on.
be great going out to dinner too.
Yeah.
Having dinner, and all of a sudden you go, whoa, and we're at a club dancing, and I don't know what she's on, but I want some of that.
I can think of some fun times with this. I mean, that sounds like a fun out date right there.
That would be.
Okay. You both can have one and then see who can intensify first.
Well, one person has to have the remote, and then.
Well, yeah, but you both can have one inside of you with two different remotes.
That'll give you something to think about, huh?
But see, it's shaped like a U.
Well, they have other ones too, Cumisha. They have actually dildos and butt plugs that are Bluetooth now, vibrating.
You can do.
Oh, yeah. There's
go
different
across the
intensities.
country and stuff.
I don't know. Well, I know
Well,
there's
can
a couple out across the country. There's those. But I do know that there are some like they're literally Bluetooth connection.
Wouldn't this
That would be
okay,
interesting to
but
watch,
wouldn't
like-
this be funny? Okay,
What?
maybe if you have your phone, maybe if your phone is like a conduit, where maybe you're across somewhere on the other side of the world, maybe that can work too. And or can you imagine if you were on the airplane?
I don't know if they're gonna let you in there. You'd have to put it in there.
Ma'am,
plane.
you going through TSA like,
Yeah.
ma'am,
Say TSA is good.
what is that inside of you?
This is funny. This happened. This is a true.
Okay, we're gonna need to strip search
Hang
you.
on. You got a story.
Okay, so this is a true story. I'm getting because I used to travel a lot, and so as soon as I go through TSA and everything, all of a sudden they hear a noise in my bag. Okay, so then they dumped out all the toys, and so it was my bunny rabbit vibrator was bouncing up and down. This little kid goes through and says, "Mommy, what kind of toy is that?" She closes his eyes and she's, "Honey, I'll tell you when you get older, right?"
No.
And so then the lady told the guy, she goes, "Take out the batteries and just move on, just move on." It was so embarrassing. And there's other people watching. They knew what it was and stuff. So from now on, when I travel, I take the batteries out if I do a carry.
Because why put it in your suitcase where you could carry it on the
I was in a
plane?
hurry.
Mine are USB charged.
Yeah, I was in a hurry.
That'd be awfully convenient.
Yeah, I mean,
Just take it out anytime then.
That's why I was saying the Bluetooth ones. I actually know, because there is one that I have at the house that actually is Bluetooth enabled.
James, what are you doing in your spare time?
I mean, I have to learn from the best. I mean,
Right.
you guys tell me all these fun stories. I have to
Yeah.
find out all these fun stories.
Yeah, but
for
that
myself.
Revive, I'm sure there's another one. Oh, how about
I can't think of the name. Alice turned me on to the actual brand, so I'd have to go look it up actually
But this
at the
one's
house
called the
because I have two
Levi.
different brands sitting at the house that do it.
Oh, and then there was something else. I'm trying to think. I forgot now. I forgot what it was. But yeah, there's some interesting toys out there now. Oh, electric. Have you ever did any electric?
No,
Electric play.
I do wanna try that,
It's
though.
called the
Yeah.
Violet
Never tried that.
Wand.
Yeah.
I just bought one because of Melissa. She
Yeah.
had her belt thing.
Shout out, Melissa.
That's the cashier.
Our cashier, Melissa. Okay, so I said, "Oh, this is interesting." So I ordered the starter one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I took a picture of it and I sent it to one of my clients. I go, "Oh, look what I got in the mail. We can try this out at our next party. Let's check it out." And there was no instruction. When I opened it up, I go, "You know what? There's no instructions. I guess we'll have to just do it by trial and error." So, let's see what this attachment does, So we tried it. So it went from low to really high. One of them was okay. Then we tried the next one from low to really high. He goes, "That one's a little stronger." The one that was the smallest one, that's narrow, was the most intense ones because we went low to high. And he goes, "Oh my God!" He started jumping. He was jumping. Yeah.
I have a client that I would
Because
like
you know
to try
why?
it on, though.
Because I put it like around the head of his penis.
Ooh.
And he went around. And then around his balls.
Oh man.
I do have a client that I would like to try that on,
Then
though,
try it.
because
You can always use
Melissa
mine.
rubbed it on me, and it actually feels really good.
But
and
did
a
she
lot
put
of
it on
guys
your
are into
nipples?
nipple play. A lot of guys are into nipple play, and that's why I wanted to try
asking
it.
that. I was
There
talking
is,
her
wait,
question.
there is this, okay, there is this
Nipples.
one attachment, and it's round, and it's the perfect size for those nipples. And you can just put it on here and just turn it up. I did
What
that.
do you do again?
Okay, I'll do it to you.
Oh,
No, she wants you to just demonstrate it again.
yeah,
What
what'd
do
you do again?
So are you just going like this?
Turn it up.
Just put it on and then you turn it up. I did it to that one client. I mean, he came into the ranch in 5 minutes from the time I took a picture. He was so excited. I go, "Oh," he goes, "I'll be there in 5 minutes." I go, "Okay, then we can check it out, right?" He goes, "Yeah." And so when I put it on his nipples, his penis got really hard.
Yeah.
When I turned it up.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's a big like sexual and sensual part of your body is your nipples.
See,
for
I
a lot of
never.
people.
I always thought for guys that it wasn't. That's why I've.
Oh.
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah,
For a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm finding certain guys, but not.
Not all guys.
No,
Yeah.
everyone's different. I mean, because some people might like
Some guys
last
really
week we
like
had
it.
Marie Bassett on here, and
Who's
she's
that?
big into her foot fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, everyone has these different parts of your body that is more
Sensitive.
intense and sensitive to you. So I mean, some people might like more ears.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
ears are definitely a fun thing.
I
just
tried it
depends on
around
you.
his ears, but it didn't do as much as like right at his
Yeah,
nipples.
I can't see myself being shocked in the ear. Would be fun for
Okay,
me.
but here's the deal about that. Okay, because Melissa has tried it on me
to shock your ears.
on my no, like my scalp,
Oh, okay.
and it actually felt really good. So I can only imagine had she went down.
Oh, that's the one with the
Yeah.
comb,
Yeah.
the comb attachment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's supposed to stimulate hair,
Hair
growth.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comb one.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they use those electric attachments at the spas to stimulate hair growth, circulation.
Now I can only imagine though, had she taken that comb down, I probably would have came right then and there.
Interesting. Okay.
It was
Especially
actually
she went
felt
down
really
your
good. It
arms
actually
and your
felt really
arms.
good. Yeah.
On your
What is it-
leg,
what is that thing called
your
again?
leg. Violet
The Tesla
one.
Violet one.
Violet one.
Violet wand.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Right? Starts looking
You can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
perfect. I
my
got Amazon
starter
Prime.
one was $180.
Yeah, it's really
It's
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah, and the attachments
It's
come
that good.
separately,
Yeah,
or you can buy
you
them.
can keep adding attachments,
yeah.
or you can buy the bigger ones that are for and they can go up into the thousands.
It gave me shivers. I was
Ooh.
like, okay,
It
okay, I wasn't expecting
It made my
this.
client have a hard on and jump.
Yeah, I can only imagine the two that I'm thinking of how hard they would probably get. Yeah,
And
because they're like they want their nipples like
Yeah.
and then
violently twisted.
you can start off having the electric play as a foreplay kind of in the beginning, and then turn it off, or you can keep it going and then use it with other things. But you got to be careful though.
Oh, yeah.
You can't use it on a person that has a pacemaker
Oh yeah.
or any kind of metal on them inside of them, because it might shock them.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
'cause it would
yeah.
intensify the shock
Yeah.
throughout the body because it goes through
Unless
the whole
you're,
body.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
does. So, I didn't learn about that until when I learned it on YouTube,
Hey, you
I'm
know
going,
what?
there was no instructions on there.
Hey, that's how I figure out a lot of things. I'll go and see if someone has something similar on YouTube or the same exact model, and I'll look it up because there's a lot of times some technology and stuff I buy.
Yeah,
The instructions sometimes don't even make any sense. Yeah,
I
I can
just
only
asked
imagine
around
for sex
till
toys since there's
And then,
thousands of different ways to
and
use
then
them.
if say you're tied up, you're on restraints, and then you blindfold
Tell me
that
more.
person,
right.
that even makes it more intense because they don't know what's coming to them,
Yeah.
and where it's going to go and how
Okay.
it's going to be done. One time I did that, and then not with electric play, and then all of a sudden, boom, ice cubes came into play.
Yep.
That's cute.
Yeah, I can definitely say that that's a great thing because not gonna confirm or deny I was tied to a bed several times. But ice cubes, hot
Yeah.
wax, sometimes the same time. Feathers. I'm not ticklish.
Tell us
so
more.
Feathers, different
Well,
ways, different moves of the feathers around.
Yeah.
I'm not ticklish, but it actually does trigger different senses.
Exactly. And then
there's
those
tons of
back
different things.
scratchers, those back
yeah.
scratchers.
Yeah.
Or those head scratcher, the one
Oh yeah,
that goes,
that's what I'm saying. The heads. Oh
well,
yeah.
you
Oh yeah.
can get the back scratch too.
Even
little-
the one
hand.
with the little, what it.
yeah,
Yeah.
The
head
long
thingy.
The head thingy.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
That
have-
little one with the
That
looks
one.
like a little bouncy bounce.
How is that?
Looks like a little bouncy bouncy.
No, it's
bouncy,
like-
bouncy.
it has these wire things, and they're long, and they're kind of
I had one in the
curvy,
office.
and then they go.
Yeah.
We got here at Sagebrush. They gave them all for Christmas for a bunch of us. So
Nice.
because they had a bunch of those, so they're actually super nice.
Yeah, they're
Stress
great.
of the day.
Exactly.
Stress
Hey, you never know. There are some days.
You never know.
You should see some of the emails we get.
but
Not
it's
just
Pulling
you
out
guys,
during
us.
lunch break.
but
Pulling it out during
it's
lunch
better
break.
when somebody else
Oh,
does
God,
it
yeah.
to
Yeah.
you. It's
in
not
a
no
like
fun.
a room, the lights turn down dimly.
Yeah.
and just move it up and down.
Can you imagine being on an airplane and then on the intercom will go, "Oh, Mr. Jack me off, you have a call. Can you please come to the captain's quarters, please?"
I would go.
You are now free to move about the cabin.
"Oh, Mr.
Heck,
Carry
here's the
me
pilot.
off. Jack me off needs to speak with you."
Thank you for riding LoveRanch.
Okay.
We got some of our
We got a little distracted when we got on.
did.
Deviated from the subject a little.
That is the subject, though.
Having sex in a plane with a pilot?
LoveRanch.
Oh.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh,
I got another story.
well, let's go.
Okay, so this happened in Hawaii when I was headlining at one of the clubs in Hawaii. And so I had, I fired my other roadie. Then I had this female roadie. I had a guy, a male roadie. Then I fired him. And then I took, the next time I took my friend, one of my, best friends, my female friend. So, so after the show, these two military guys came, said, "Oh, would you like to see, it's RIMPAC." It was during RIMPAC. That's the Pacific Rim. That's where all the, for Westpac. So a lot of the boats, a lot of the airplanes, anybody that's in military, that's Westpac, they do all their exercises, their maneuvers and everything. So they come over to Pearl Harbor. Okay, so these two guys invited us to go for a tour on the USS Enterprise. Okay, the carrier, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so we went to this one hangar, and so my girlfriend, she was with this other guy there. So then we left them alone over there, and then I went with his other buddy and everything. So he was showing me around the the boat, the ship. And then he goes, "You want to do something really wild?" And I said, "Oh my God, what?" He goes, "Well, the captain's not here, he's somewhere else." And so all his buddies were in on it, right?
Yeah.
So we went up to the front, to the captain's, the whole, and so I go, "Aren't you going to get in trouble for being up here, with, all of the deck and all the equipment and everything and the chair for your commanding officer or the captain?" And he goes, "Nobody's here right now. I have my friends looking out for us." So anyway, we played around up there and everything, and then he came all over the controls. And then I said, "Well, we better get out of here. We're going to get in trouble." I go, "Aren't you going to wipe it?" He goes, "I'll dry it off. It'll dry off." I go, "But it's going to smell." He goes, "No, that'll be okay." So yeah, and then when I met up with my other, my girlfriend, I go, "So what did you guys do?" "Oh, we went on the side of the hangar and we had some fun." I go, "Oh, cool." And then afterwards, then we laughed again, and then we met him up again, but not on the ship, this time for a barbecue. We went to a barbecue party.
Oh, okay.
A little more tame.
Yeah, a little bit of change. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. What were some of your wildest stuff, Jade?
Me?
Come on, Jade. I know you get wild. I mean, look
In the bedroom.
What do you do?
Don't kiss and tell.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever had a baby party?
Oh, God.
I have never.
One of those baby mommy parties?
I have never, but I've definitely felt like some of my clients have had some mommy issues. Yeah.
And
Like they kind of needed that kind of party and didn't realize it. And I didn't know how to approach the subject of like.
You just pull out a giant diaper and go, "Hey."
No.
Whoa.
So, here, I'll tell you what happened. So this guy, he comes, he's like 300 pounds or so. He comes and he was kind of shy asking me, about this bad baby, good mommy fetish. Because he asked me, "Have you ever done any baby fetishes?" I go, "Yeah, I've done baby." He goes, "Well, this is mine." And I go, "Oh, well, did you bring all your, every accessories and everything with you? So we talked about it, and so he goes, yeah, I have it with me. I'll go get it. And then, then he showed me all of this, and then I go, oh yeah, we can do this. So what we did was we started off with Mr. Bubbles, in the bubble bath.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he splashed all the water, the bubbles all over my hair and everything, because he has rubber ducky, he had Mr. Bubbles, and all. So that it started out with that. Then I had to dry him off and everything, and put his diapers on, put some baby powder on there, and yeah. And then I fed him. I had to feed him. It's time for him to eat his Mr. Gerber, Gerber baby food.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I fed him the Gerber baby food, and he spit it in my face. And then it got all over my hair. Oh. I go, bad baby. Bad baby. I said, you got it all over my hair, my face. I go, okay. So then wiped it all up. Okay. So then I gave him his bottle, and then it was time for him to burp. So then I laid him over my lap. I was patting him and everything, and he gave a big belch. Okay. After that, then he asked me. He said, okay, he had to keep in baby mode. So it was time for his nap time, but he didn't want to go to sleep. So then I got out. Okay, he wanted the Pampers, and so he said, okay, so I had to give him his Pampers, and then he got off by jerking himself off with the plastic side on. But there was other things too before that, but he walked out. He walked out with his adult diapers on, and as he was walking down the hall, you can hear the that's cute. Rub. It was like rub. You can hear it rub, in his jeans.
So, since we did that, let's just end this with some really good moment here. Jade, what is that one sexual fetish or kink that you kind of have? Just the one. We're only going to go over one. We only have time to do one. Give me like your most intense. What is like your dream that gets you off pretty quickly? I want to like you just get turned on with. Like, what do you want people to do?
Okay, so I've had like one experience with BDSM.
Okay.
And I do not want to be the aggressive one. I am not the dominant person that I seem to be. I'm actually very submissive, especially in the bedroom. So, I get it. I seem as though I'm aggressive and dominant, but I'm not that person. So I do want to experience, being a sub, and I haven't had anyone who's been willing to do it. Thus far.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to be the sub?
Yes.
All right. Kamisha, there's probably a long list, but you got to choose one.
One? What did I like the most?
Yeah. What is your one that you like, your go-to that you love to have?
Okay, well, I'm more into GFE, so I like to make the person feel like a king and make them happy, and, and something that maybe they're missing, that intimacy, the touching, the deep, passionate kisses, the caresses, the hugs, the cuddles. I'm all about that.
Okay. Yeah.
But then I can go the other way too. You want me to be a dom? Oh, I can be a dom. I got my special paddle and everything.
She's like, you're not saying anything.
So check her Twitter and the message board to see her special paddles.
Right.
I'm sure they're there.
No, I hide those because
okay.
I don't scare.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't scare anyone.
Yeah, because
I can see you coming out with a big old paddle.
No, let me tell you what happened. No, this one client of mine.
Right.
This one client. Oh, I got a 2x4.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness, she did not just say that.
She has
I do.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
It was
Oh my God.
It's really long. It says Mistress Cumisha on there. But, that's for someone that...
Oh, my goodness.
You haven't seen that?
No, I have not seen your 2x4. I'm pretty good without it at this point.
Where is it
In my
your
closet.
room? Okay, because that's the
well,
only
let's
place
keep
it
it there.
could be.
in my closet because it was made for this special client of mine.
Yeah.
And he said to me, "Show me what you have for paddles." And then he goes, "Oh, that's not gonna cut it." I go, "Okay, so what do you want? You want something more extreme?" So I did. So the driver went over to Lowe's, to go and we made this paddle. And so then we got some duct tape, some foam, we put it around the handle, so it'll be nice and cushiony for me so that I can just give a lot of, aggressive force so I won't have to cut my hands on. But, oh yeah. So we went from back and forth. I would, he said, well, start off with, I had some other ones, but then we build up to it. But then in between, he had to go into like different poses to hold and then back again. Yeah, it's different kind of, and then he wanted me to put a leash on him, and at the time there was a tea party going on, and I didn't want to parade him around Madame Suzette, so we did it around the hallway and stuff, and I had like a riding crop while he was on a
Oh wow.
yeah, it was a different kind
See,
of party.
I would love to do something like that, but I just don't see me trying to get my aggressions out on.
No, but someone could do it to you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, maybe not with
It would
not
only-
with Mistress Camisha's 2x4,
Yeah.
but maybe the riding crop.
You find it.
Okay, I'll tell you. You can do the riding crop. Okay, the riding crop, and then there's these different paddles that have different textures on each side.
Like a ping pong paddle.
They're not the bad. There's some that are rubbery, some that are smooth. I'll show you when we get them. Oh, I got this other one that's like a flogger. It has a fur. It's furry,
See,
and then it
I've
has a
used the
combination.
flogger before.
Okay, but
That was
this
like
one has
nothing.
fur and leather.
See, I have a very high pain tolerance, which is why.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So it takes a decent amount.
That's the fun part, though.
Yeah.
Well, combine that with electric play, then I'm sure you're going to.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that electric
Yeah.
play was-
I'd have to say like mine would have to be like being tied up, blindfolded. That's really fun. It's actually enjoyable
Oh,
to me.
have you guys
Sensory
ever
play
d-
actually is a huge thing for me.
Have you ever been tied up and then put in suspension?
No, I'm gonna have to take notes from you.
Okay, so
How is it the most like the smallest person in the room and the sweetest person in the room is? Have you ever been tied up with a rope?
no,
I got floggers
I-
under my bed. I got 2x4 in the closet. What do you need?
I mean,
I'm ready.
I do have rope that I do have the sex rope. That's fine.
No, but this-
I do know that. I guess I got to find like someone to do this to me.
okay, so what happened was this was over here in Sagebrush.
Well,
when
I, mean,
I was here
I,
at
I
Sagebrush.
don't. I can't get it done at work. Come on.
Okay,
Keisha.
they're
still
okay.
working
They're
here.
okay.
I have to do a job.
Okay, yeah.
I can't be suspended trying to type.
So then you have whatchamacallit, where, and I remember it was over here at Sagebrush. It was one of I don't know if you remember Sable Renee.
Oh, I remember Sable.
Yeah, okay. So it was one of her friends that brought all his equipment in, and he approached me. He goes, "Cumisha, have you ever been in suspension?" I go, "No, I haven't ever been tied up either." He goes, "Oh, you want to be tied up and put in suspension?" I go, "Okay, let's try it out."
Yeah.
And it was fun because he would tie. It took a long time. They had all these fancy knots and stuff with the rope.
Well, if you want to hear more of her story in detail, I suggest like getting a hold of her and maybe try it yourself because I'm afraid where this is going to go, and I know we don't have a ton of time to do that.
She looks so innocent and sweet.
I don't want to get. I don't want to get even deeper with this.
I can play the piano too. You
Oh
can
yeah,
do
no,
me.
she's a beautiful
What?
piano.
I have a classical background, so
yeah.
I had 2 scholarships for Juilliard, so I can play Chopin for you.
Oh, it's amazing. Hands
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
But-
love story too. If you want more pop or
Yeah.
soft rock, I can boogie woogie for you on the piano while you're doing
Boogie
me.
woogie.
Yeah, you can boogie woogie on me while I'm boogie.
She's ridiculous.
Well, Cumisha, how do people boogie woogie on you? Let's.
Okay,
How
so
do
you
they get
can
hold of
reach
you?
me. Okay,
sounds so
you can get
bad.
hold. Well, you can reach me at CumishaAmado at LoveRanch.net or on Twitter. I'm wearing that pink bustier at CumishaAmado or on Facebook at Cosmic CumishaAmado.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Jade.
I'm Jade Monroe. You can contact me.
See, we got you going now.
Email at JadeMonroe at LoveRanch.net or follow me on Twitter, JadeMonroe44.
But as always, though, I'm James. You can reach me at james@bunnyranch.com. And see you all next time, or hear us next time. This has been the Bunny Ranch Podcast.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
It's going down at the Bunny Ranch.